Hello, 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 everybody. So thank you so much for joining me for another Friday Facebook Live. I am, as always, so excited to share. I'm looking around my table and I've got so much good stuff to show you guys. I feel like I'm never gonna run out of stuff to tell you guys about and show you. So that's pretty awesome. I think that's a kind of a kudos to Stampin' Up! Because they're always coming up with awesome new products and things for us to play with, right? So let me just take a quick minute. I want to say thank you so much. I know last Friday I was a little bit stressed out because Lily was upstairs in her room not feeling well, and she had a dance competition the next day, so I was kind of asking for some prayers for her, and let me tell you what, they worked. She felt so much better. She rested basically all day Thursday and tried to go to school Friday, but didn't make it long, and then rested all day Friday and Friday night, and we got up early Saturday morning and drove down to the Detroit area, and anyway, things went really well. Other than, so she has like 5 group dances that she does, and those all scored super, super well. They were really, really pleased with how everything went for those dances. And then she did her solo for the very first time. Hi, Brenda. Good morning. How are you? Anyway, she did her solo for the first time at a competition, and I guess she like literally blanked out like up on stage. Now, she wasn't standing there like going, oh my gosh, you know, what do I do next? She was still moving and it was flowing, and basically I had no idea that she forgot part of her dance. The only people that knew were like her teachers, the gal that choreographed the dance. It was funny because there was another teacher there that said to the gal that choreographed it, now, did you guys make some changes to Lily's dance? And Kaylee is the name of the gal that choreographed it. Kaylee says, well, no, but Lily did, like on stage, like right in the middle of the dance. And I guess, you know, that's all part of the deal. It's kind of like standing up, you know, and speaking, you know, publicly. Sometimes, like literally you have like that moment where like your brain locks up and you can't remember what you're supposed to say or do, and I guess that's what happened up on stage for her. But she covered it up really well. She didn't score as low as she thought she was going to, because she came back after the dance like in tears. She said to me, I forgot half my dance, which, you know, she probably forgot like, and maybe not even an 8 count. So, you know, it was a little overblown in her mind, but nobody else around me had any idea that she forgot it either. So she survived. She's going to work on, you know, just, I guess, some techniques, you know, what do you do in that case? Because in talking to other teachers, they said, you know what, it happens to everybody and you just learn to improvise. So I guess she did a good job improvising. So, but thank you again for your prayers, because she felt much better and the day was really good. It was a super long day. I think we got there, I don't know, we got up at 7 a.m. and we left the dance competition at like 11 p.m. that night. So it was a long day, but we got our first one in, and we go to Toledo next weekend. So that'll be like a bigger, longer event. I don't know, I think we're just getting our schedule on that. So worry about that later. And what else? Oh, I always have to give you, I'm like, what am I going to do when basketball's all done? And I can't give you the like update on Cade's freshman basketball games. But for now, I can still tell you guys about these because they actually, I think last week I was telling you that they were playing Ionia. So this is a team that beat Fowlerville that we had our first loss to. So my theory was, if we can beat Ionia, that almost redeems us for that Fowlerville loss that they had earlier in the season. And they actually just fell short. They were down by like 3 points when, you know, the final tick on the clock went off. So they did lose to Ionia, but Ionia was a great team, and all the freshman boys played a great basketball game. So it was fun to watch. You know, I don't think anybody was well, I'm sure they were disappointed. As a mom, I was like, you know, you guys made a great effort. So it's just fun. It's fun to watch good basketball too. Hopefully, you know, you end up on the winning side more than the losing side, but that's part of life too, right? So let's see, what else do I want to tell you guys about? Oh, well, why don't we do, so I think everybody's kind of getting the gist of like the drawings that I'm doing. So if you remember from last week, where are they? I had these, and they're always so hard to see in the video. There we go, the Metallic Enamel Shapes. So they come in gold and silver shapes in circles, hearts, and stars. Well, they were upside down, but you get the idea. So anyway, basically all you have to do is comment on this video or share this video anytime between now and next Thursday. So whenever you watch the video, just make sure to comment and share it, and then your name goes in a drawing. And so these are what were up for the drawing for last week. So anybody that commented and shared on last week's Facebook Live video, I've got everybody's names on papers in here. Oh, they're all like, oh, because it didn't look like very many. They got kind of, I was sitting finally like relaxing on the couch for a few minutes last night. There, they all kind of got stuck together in there. So I got to make sure they're, yeah, it's weird. It's almost like somebody put them in there. All right, hold on. I got to separate them out so that everybody has a fair shape here. Okay, there. It was like they were all stacked on top of each other and then I put them in there, but I'm sure that's not how I did it, so. Who knows what happened, but okay, so I'm shaking these around. We're gonna do the drawing here, and I've got one little slip of paper, and the winner is, oh, Miss Nancy Gulick. Can you read? Oh my gosh, it's so hard. But anyway, so Nancy, she wins the Metallic Enamel Shapes. So as always, I like to put these right over on my other little table so they don't get mixed up with anything else. So yay, congratulations, Miss Nancy. And let me show you, where are they? This week, so if you comment or share anytime between now and next Thursday, this Facebook Live video, your name goes in the drawing. And I actually took the like cello thing off because I thought maybe you'd be able to see them a little bit better. So these are the clear faceted gems, some awesome bling that we have in the catalog. So that's what your name will go in the drawing for these for next Friday's Facebook Live video. So comment and share. You don't have to do anything else. Just comment and share and your name goes in the drawing to win these clear faceted gems. Okay, as always, I have to take a peek at my notes and see what else to tell you guys about. Oh, okay, so I always like to give shouts out to people that are in my downline, the Inkspired Stampers. So that basically is anybody that's bought the starter kit through me, then you're an Inkspired Stamper. And I was just looking at reports and I want to congratulate Karen Birch. She actually reached $500 in sales during Sale-a-Bration. Let me check my notes here. So as a demonstrator, Stampin' Up! gives rewards to demonstrators when they reach that $500 in sales during Sale-a-Bration. So anytime from now all the way up until March 31st, they kind of keep accumulating your sales. So she's reached over $500 now, so she's going to get one catalog product valued up to $25. Good morning, Rosa. Well, why do I always say good morning? I guess because I worked out and I took a shower and now I'm ready to like start my day, which sounds ridiculous, but that's how it is in my world. So yes, happy Friday. Exactly. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So that's the first level at in sales as a demonstrator, and then it kind of builds from there. I think I actually mentioned last week or the week before that we have two people that are already over $1,000 during sales. With sales during Sale-a-Bration, so they're going to get two catalog products valued up to $30. So that is awesome. And then I've had a couple of gals buy the starter kit through me, and so I'm not really trying to toot my own horn, but I want you guys to understand the benefits that are out there. So if you're a demonstrator, or if you buy the starter kit, then you become a demonstrator. You get one person to buy the starter kit through you, and you get any catalog product valued up to $25. And then if you get a second person to buy the starter kit through you, you get any catalog product valued up to $25 and 15,000 flex points, which equates to like another $100 in free product. They do have other things that you can use your flex points for, but I always talk about the free product because I think that's what most of us love. There are lots of cute like logo items that you can redeem your flex points for. You can use them to help pay for one of the on-stage events. So there are lots of other things that you can use those flex points for. But I guess my point in telling you this is one of the gals that bought the starter kit through me just put her first order in. So I want to congratulate Mary on getting her first order in. And then she'll start accumulating these benefits as a demonstrator during Sale-a-Bration as well. Now I do want to do a quick review because I didn't last week. So who wants to know about the starter kit? I know that I always have so many people ask me about it, so I thought this is a great forum to make sure that everybody understands about the starter kit. So I have all these flyers I was gonna, oh, well, I do want to show you guys this because I've been slipping this in everybody's orders. So can you guys see? This is like a 20% off coupon. So if you've gotten an order from me recently, you might have seen this flyer. You know, I'm like the flyer girl. I love to put flyers because it's a great way to get information out other than these Facebook Live videos, right? But here, this is what the flyer says. Who wants to get 20% off of all of their Stampin' Up! Products or their orders? Well, basically, you can use this 20% off coupon every time you shop for Stampin' Up! Stuff when you get the starter kit. So buy the starter kit and then you always get 20% off of everything that you order. Hi Karen, hello, how are you? Okay, and so what is the starter kit deal? Hi Karen, thank you. You pick $125 in product, and that's anything that you want. There's nothing that's excluded. Basically anything that is currently available through Stampin' Up! In the Occasions catalog, in the annual catalog, even from the clearance rack. Plus you get 2 free stamp sets. Oh my gosh. Some of those stamp sets, I keep saying this, but like find the most expensive stamp sets that you can get, and as long as you like those, get those. I mean, start with the highest dollar value, and if you don't like the most expensive ones, go to the next level. There is hi Amy Jo, hello. There is in the back of the annual catalog an index of all of our stamp sets, so you can literally just like scan right down through that list and see, you know, most expensive, go to that page, check that out. If you like that one, put that on your starter kit order, okay? So pick $125 in product plus 2 free stamp sets. You only pay $99 plus sales tax. So here in Michigan, it's $104.94. You are getting about, if you got those most expensive stamp sets, you're getting like $170 in free stuff. That is an amazing deal. And then, like I said, you also get 20% off of every order you put in after that. And you don't have to be a demonstrator. You don't have to do Facebook Live. You don't have to hold classes. But you know what? It's there. I train with anybody that wants to train with me in terms of how to build a business, and you know, maybe it's not a big business, but maybe it's just enough to help you earn a little bit so that you can pay for your stamping habit or addiction, right? So you don't have to dip into your family budget for these things, and then still be able to get fun new product to play with. That's how I started out, honestly, was, you know, I kind of looked around, I was accumulating all these things, and I thought, it's silly for just me to be playing with everything. I want to share it with other people. So I started to do a class. I did one class in my basement at home, and that was kind of my excuse to then, I could buy a little bit more stuff because then I could show everybody these things and then use them in classes and then start building orders and earning an income so that then I don't have to spend my own family money on my Stampin' Up! Stuff, right? So let me know if you want to take advantage of the starter kit deal and then get 20% off of all future Stampin' Up! Orders. If you have any questions at all, you can leave a comment on here. You can send me a private message. You can send me an email. My email address is Amy, A-M-Y, and then a period, my last name, F as in Frank, R-I-L-L-I-C-I, @yahoo.com. So it's amy.frillici@yahoo.com. You can email me. Probably pretty much everybody's on my email list, so you can just respond to an email that I send you. Ask me any questions that you have. I'd love to help get you set up with that 20% off coupon for Stampin' Up! Stuff, right? Let's see, what else? And if you ever have any questions, I know I've said this before, it's one thing for me to tell you about it, but it's another thing, talk to somebody else who's already bought the starter kit. I have tons of people that come to classes and are club members, you know, that I see very regularly that have also bought the starter kit. It just means, for example, if they come to class, they'll just put like the minimum order in through me and they'll go home and get everything else through themselves and get their discount on their purchases. But that way they can still come and play with all my stuff and see, you know, what do they like and maybe what do they want to order, or I guess I didn't like that like I thought I did, so I'm not going to order that sort of thing. So it's helpful that way too. Plus it just keeps you inspired to keep playing with the things that you do have at home too when you come to classes and events. I was really hoping, so I'm looking out my side door here. I put an order in last week and I just looked online last night, and the UPS man is supposed to be coming today, and I'm just like hoping that I hear him open my little screen door there and I can run out and grab that box, because there are a couple of those new Sale-a-Bration items that I was telling you guys about. They're in my box. It's like driving around the UPS truck somewhere around here at Alma today, and hopefully it comes. So if I hear that knock, you might hear me like freak out or something, because that's also my worst nightmare, is that someone is actually gonna like come upon me while I'm doing Facebook Live. I think I would be so embarrassed, even though, I mean, obviously here I am talking to you all and I'm not embarrassed, but I think it's another thing to have somebody like watching from the window and going, what the heck is she doing in there? So we'll see. I'm not going to worry about that, but if he comes, I might go grab that box so we can see that new stuff, okay? Let's now, so the other drawing, you know, that I like to do is if you put in an online order. I have a host code. I'm going to give you that. I always put that down on my little table. And I also always include it in the comments to this Facebook Live video. So just so you guys know that, I try to put a ton of information with links. Hi, is that Sherilyn? How are you today? Thank you so much for joining us. So I try to, you know, as I'm talking and giving you all this information, if I don't want to go through everything, you know, from beginning to end, I might tell you, I'm going to put the link in one of the comments to like my class to go. Hi, Sherilyn. Thank you for saying hello. Anyway, I'm sorry, I get like sidetracked then when I see things pop up on there too. But yeah, so in the comments, basically, you'll see links to lots of other information. So this is that moment like Lily had on stage, right? Where I was really going with a thought. Oh, I know what it was. So the host code. In one of the comments, I always include the host code right in there too, so that you know when you order online. So let me back up and explain that drawing that I do. So your name goes in a drawing if you put in an online order, which means you go to my Stampin' Up! Website, which is www.amysuzanne.stampinup.net. I'll include that link in the comments also, okay? So if you shop online at amysuzanne.stampinup.net, if you put in at least a $30 order and use the host code that I'm going to give you later in Facebook Live, and I'll put it on the comments, you automatically get the projects that I demonstrate later on in this video, and your name goes in the drawing to win whatever I'm giving away that week on Facebook Live. So last week I had announced that I was going to give away the Epic Celebrations stamp set. So this was just a really awesome stamp set that I actually did a YouTube video on a card that I made with this stamp set too. So check out my YouTube channel. That, if you just search Gathering Inkspiration on YouTube, and I try to always put a link back to, excuse me, back to YouTube also in the comments. But you can see that Facebook or that YouTube video on the project that I made with this stamp set that we're going to do the drawing for now, right? So I had 2 people that put in online orders last week. So I've got Tammy Mitchell is on one piece and Sharon Greening is on another piece. So I'm just folding those in half and I'm going to put them in my little bin here. And I'm shaking this up. So you can see there are only 2 names in here. So they have a 50-50 shot of winning this stamp set. Sorry, my throat went dry. I gotta grab, okay, I'm putting the mint in my mouth now too. Okay, so yeah, 50-50 shot. Odds are really, really good. You guys do not understand. I love giving this stuff away. And the chances are so good that you could win if you put an online order in. So I will give you that host code when I flip the camera down, and it'll be in the comments. Okay, so it's like there's nothing to even shake up because there aren't very many names in here, right? Okay, so let's see. I've got one sheet in my hand. Ooh, Miss Tammy Mitchell. So she wins the Epic Celebration stamp set. Yay, Tammy, congratulations. Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna move this out of the way so it doesn't, not that it would really get lost, but just to be safe. Well, yes, Thumbs up. Yes, yes, yes. It's always fun to win stuff. It's always really fun to give it away too. So, what is next? Oh, okay. The other thing I like to do is kind of make sure you guys all know what's going on locally here at the Stamp Studio. So next week, actually in about an hour, I have to be down to the Simple Beautiful card class because that is at 1 o'clock on the second Friday of every month. So I've got to hop on down there when I'm done with Facebook Live, and we're going to go make some cute cards. And I've actually, some of the projects that I'm going to demonstrate later are cards that we're making in class. We had class on Wednesday night, and then we'll have class again this afternoon. So Simple Beautiful card class, that's always the second Wednesday of every month, and then the following Friday. Same cards, so we set them up Wednesday afternoon, classes from 4 to 9, and then 2 days later on Friday, we have the same class with the same cards, so you can come either of those days, okay? Then next week, and this is a biggie, so this is my Inkspired Stampers, our group gathering, so our downline gathering. And this is for anybody that has bought the starter kit through me, or if you're even just thinking about buying the starter kit. It's a great place to come and kind of see, you know, who are these other people that have bought the starter kit and what are we doing when we get together. We basically stamp and do show and tell and share other projects. I do a business portion just in case there's, you know, anything that catches your attention that you think, hey, maybe I could do that too, because you never know. It's a lot of times the people that you never think that are gonna wanna do something more with it, those are the people that want to do it. And it might even be you thinking that you don't want to do anything with it, and then something changes in life and you say, hey, maybe I do want to do something with this starter kit. So that's a great forum to come and kind of learn about the starter kit and being a demonstrator and kind of all the ins and outs of that. So anyone is welcome. That's at 7 o'clock, the third Tuesday of every month. So it's next week on February 20th. And then later in the month, typically my scrapbook class and memory keeping class are the last Tuesday of the month, but you guys know I've been going to all of my son's basketball games, and that is his very last basketball game is on the last Tuesday of the month. So I checked with everybody that's in scrapbook and memory keeping classes, and we're gonna bump it to Wednesday. So just for this month, scrapbook class is on the last Wednesday in February, which I think is February 28th, and that's anytime from 4 until 9. And I'll provide the link too with more information on what we do in card class and memory keeping class and scrapbook class. But I also want you guys to know about something that I'm doing right now during Sale-a-Bration. It's a club member drive, which basically means any of those 3 classes, Simple Beautiful card class, memory keeping class, and scrapbook class, I also run those as a club. Hey Tammy, you're gonna wanna watch the beginning or rewind when we get done here, because there's a fun surprise for you earlier on in this video. Okay, so yes, club member drive. So for any of those classes, you can come just whenever you feel like it as a class, but you can also join the club. So the Simple Beautiful card club, the memory keeping club, and the scrapbook club. Basically, all that means is you want to take one night out a month for yourself, which is a really, really nice thing to do, to take a little time for yourself, get away from whatever is driving you crazy in your world, and just come stamp and play and have a great time. So do that, right? And it's easy. Just put it on your calendar. Simple Beautiful card class, second Wednesday of every month. You can mark that off for the next 12 months. That's what club is. It runs 12 months. People are coming and going from club all the time. So there's no, when does club start? When does it stop? It's just you. When did you start and when does it stop? So if you started in February, it'd go till next January. But why wouldn't you want to do that? Just come and hang out and play with fun stuff once a month and treat yourself. So the commitment is those 12 months to be in club, and then what do you get back from that? Well, you get awesome projects that you're going to make every single month in club. I always make cute treats for everybody. This month I didn't actually make a treat. Well, I kind of did. Can you guys see? All of my club members are getting a little sample of this Bubbles and Fizz designer series paper. This is the designer series paper in the Sale-a-Bration catalog. And then I made a cute tag, and then this is actually a little sample of the ribbon, the what is it called? It's a shimmer ribbon combo pack, because this one is obviously in Bermuda Bay, And then if I can point at these colors, there's more ribbon in the combo pack in that Calypso Coral color and in the basic gray color. I obviously put some Bermuda Bay on this one. Some others have the other colors on them, so you never know which one you're gonna get. But I always like to do something special to say thank you for that commitment, for coming to club every single month, hanging out, playing with stuff, and then you also put an order in. It's at least a $25 order for most of those clubs, and I've got details on all of the individual things too. But the other awesome thing is you then get the host benefits 1 month of all the orders that we have from club, and it's a minimum at least $30 in free stuff, and then it goes up much higher from there depending on orders. You can also bring in outside orders from friends and family that we can add to the total club orders, and then you get all those awesome host benefits. So, and then the best part, I almost forgot, the reason why I'm doing it right now is if you join a club during Sale-a-Bration, so between now and March 31st, you also get to pick a free Sale-a-Bration item just for joining club. So I try to give lots of rewards. It helps me keep a good steady business if I know I've got X number of people coming to all of my classes or as club members. So it's kind of a win-win for everybody. So let me know if you have any questions on that too. I'd love to have you join a set class and potentially become a club member. And you can come, say if you're interested in scrapbook class or club, you can come to class at the end of the month, check it out, see what you think, and then decide, yeah, I bet this is something I would like to do for the next 12 months. We can even count February as your first month. I do need RSVPs for scrapbook class or club by this Sunday. Which do I have that date on here? Yep, and I think, yeah, February 18th. I think it is this Sunday, whatever this Sunday is. I think it's February 18th. Yeah, that sounds right. I'm like just trying to look at a calendar in my mind, right? Okay, what else do I want to tell you guys about? I am going to flip the camera down because I want to show you, because the other option for you in terms of club is my class to go. I want to show you those projects from the current class to go, and then I'll also remind you that that could be a club as well. So if you can't make it to classes or club here locally in Alma, you can join up for the class to go club and get all those same benefits. I send you the cute treats, you get the free host benefits 1 month. You put your order, well, actually you order basically what's part of the class to go each month, and then I send you all the projects. Yeah, so that's another, and then you get that free Sale-a-Bration item too for joining the class to go club. So I'll show you those in just a sec, but let me make sure. Sometimes I feel like I go through it so quickly, I'm like, I can't believe I'm already ready to, but I think, and I'm like, keep listening for UPS man. You know he's gonna come as soon as like we're done with Facebook Live. If that's the case, I'll show you the new stuff next week, and maybe I'll even have projects that I would have made with the new stuff to show you. So that would be even better, wouldn't it? Don't remember that I said that though, in case it doesn't happen, okay? Oh, let's see. Oh, I know, one other thing I'm gonna tell you before I flip the camera down. We do, another friend, another demonstrator, and I do these weekend crafting retreats. So she's in the Flint area and I'm obviously here in Alma. So kind of a good middle meeting point is in Lansing. So we are doing a weekend crafting retreat in Lansing. It's right near the Frandor Shopping Center, kind of East Lansing area. It's a really easy access off of US 127 to get to the hotel. And basically it's all weekend long. Like we start at 4 o'clock on Friday afternoon, so maybe you can sneak out of work a little early and come hang out with us. So you basically have Friday afternoon and all night Friday night, all day Saturday, and then until like 2 o'clock on Sunday. And you can stay up. I mean, we have like music and kind of movies and things just playing quietly in the background. So it's not super distracting, but it's kind of fun just to have a little noise or distraction going on if you want to stay up late. And I tend to, I think most nights I've probably stayed up until between 1 and 2 o'clock, like Friday night and Saturday night. I prefer, I kind of get into a groove and I just start working and I just keep flowing and I don't want it to stop. So you can come and go. However, you know, if you're more of a morning person, you want to go to bed earlier and then get up early, the room is available any time during Friday 4 p.m. till Sunday at 2 p.m. Whatever, you know, works best for you and how you work, you can be in there. So you basically bring whatever projects you want to work on. We do have make and takes that we provide. You get an awesome goodie bag valued at like $50 with tons of product. We try to show some of the make and takes using some of the product in your goodie bag. We feed you all weekend long, and we play like games, and you know, we just have lots of fun too, but then there's just so much time to get stuff done. And you know, you stay at the hotel, so like I tell everybody, bring your slippers, and you can literally walk like from your hotel room, because it's all inside, right? So you can walk from your hotel room to the room where we do our crafting and back and forth. And if you don't want to leave, if you don't want to get out of your PJs or your sweatpants all weekend long, nobody cares. It's just a great, I at first thought, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to do a whole weekend. That sounds like way too much for me. But I have fallen in love. Like, I'd never done it before, and that's what I was thinking. But now that I've done it, I think this is my third or fourth crafting weekend. Oh my goodness, they are so much fun, and so you get so much accomplished. So I will put information too in the comments, and I've been emailing too, so if you're on my email list, you should have that information as well. But consider that weekend crafting retreat, because it is fabulous. I cannot recommend it highly enough. And even if you don't like have other people that you know that want to come with you, just come by yourself, because there are tons of other people there, and you'll meet and kind of mingle with people. And you know, maybe you just want to come and do your own thing too, because that give you a ton of good quality time to get stuff done. But there are lots of other projects, you know, people sharing, and lots of other inspiration around too, to keep your creative juices flowing. So all right, I think I'm going to flip the camera down because I want to show you a couple more things. Did I say hi to Bonnie? I'm not sure if I was in the middle of talking or not. So hi, Bonnie, if I didn't say hello to you yet. All right, so, okay, this is that moment. Turn your heads away because I got my big paw in here. Let's see if I can get this set on here. You're probably seeing the ceiling right now. Let me flip that down. Okay, so to kind of get it straightened out a little bit, I think that looks good. All right, let's see. Where is my catalog? Here it is. Okay, so last week I mentioned briefly about the masculine Stamp-A-Stack class that I'm doing, and I just want to show you that. Like I said, I will provide the link. I think I've already flipped too far. Let's go back this way. Okay, there we go. Masculine Stamp-A-Stack class. Oh, Sherilyn, the crafting weekend. Oh, I'm sorry if I didn't say that. It is March. Here we go. Can you guys see this? Friday, March 16 through Sunday, March 18. And I can get you this information too, Sherilyn. I will post this information in the comments too. I think I can do that. This is like in a little Word document. So if not, if you give me your email address, if you're not already on my email list, and I'll get this emailed to you. And if there's anybody interested, anybody else, let me know as well. Okay? So yeah, March 16 through 18. So it's coming up in just a few weeks, actually, or what? Yeah, 4 weeks from now. Okay, so back to the masculine Stamp-A-Stack class. That class is going to be on Tuesday, March 6th. And I do need RSVPs. I'm going to tell you that right now so I don't forget. By next Friday, the 23rd of February, because I need to get things ordered. Because if you can see the awesome suite of products, this True Gentleman suite of products, we are going to be using basically all of this stuff in class. Depending on what option you choose, and I'll provide the link, but you'll get the designer series paper. With the class, you're going to get the buttons and the Night of Navy corduroy ribbon. We are going to be using this stamp set and punch. I had a bunch of people ask me about pricing if they wanted to get the stamp set and or the punch, so I did include that pricing as well. So I will include that link, but let me know if anybody has any questions on that. Like I said, it's Tuesday, March 6th. RSVPs are due by next Friday the 23rd, and I've got 3 different options for that class. Oh, I should tell you too, this is a Stamp-A-Stack class, so we're going to make 12 cards. We're going to do 4 different cards and then 3 each of those 4 cards, so that's how you get your 12 cards. Yeah, so that's going to be an awesome class because we can always use more masculine cards, I know. And then, oh, the other thing, and I think I've got too many pieces of paper out here already, ladies. Oh, I guess it's all together here, isn't it? Okay. My Sweet Soiree class to go. I have done a YouTube video on this that will probably do this better justice than I will do it now because it's not quite as fresh in my mind. But let's see, these are the 4 cards that we're going to be making in the Sweet Soiree class to go. I'm going to get my notes right here, okay? We make 2 of each of these cards. I cut all the parts and pieces that you need for these cards. You just do your own stamping and then assemble everything. With any of the options that you choose, you get the full PDF tutorial on how to make each of these cards, okay? So very quickly, I'm going to tell you option number 1 is $82 because you get the full class to go, all 4 cards, 2 of each of them, so 8 cards total. You get the Cake Soiree stamp set, and you get the Sweet Cake framelits along with that PDF tutorial. You also get to pick a free Sale-a-Bration item because the total of the product is going to be over $50. So keep that in mind also, okay? Option number 2 is if you do not want the Sweet Cake framelits. You will still get, because you have to have this Cake Soiree stamp set to do your own stamping. That's the thing that I can't do for you, is the stamping. I can cut all these pieces, I can die cut them, I can emboss them, I can punch everything. I cannot do the stamping for you, okay? So that's why you need the stamp set, and then I'll give you the list of ink too that you need to do your stamping. So that second option, like I said, does not include the framelits, but it does include all 8 cards and the stamp set and the PDF tutorial. That option is $52. Okay, then option number 3 is if you already own the Cake Soiree stamp set. So you don't need this, you've already got it to do your stamping. Okay, that is, you are going to get a bolt of this Whisper White ribbon, okay, with the class to go, and then all 8 projects, well, 2 of each of these 4 cards, right, plus the PDF tutorial. That option number 3 is $26. All 3 of those options, 1, 2, and 3, ship priority mail. That's an additional $7 charge for shipping. If you're local here to Alma, you can select the studio pickup option, and then you don't pay for that $7 in shipping, okay? Option number 4 is if you just want the PDF tutorial. You don't want the framelits, you don't want the stamp set, you don't even want the parts and pieces, you just want the step-by-step tutorial on how to make each of these cards. Okay, then option number 5 is for anyone that is in my downline, anyone that is an Inkspired stamper. You can get the make and take, so 2 of each of these cards for just $12. You would get your own stamp set. I do the die cutting, but maybe you'd want to get those framelits as well. But you're going to order this yourself under your own demo ID number so you can get your discount, okay? So then basically you get this class to go at a significant discount from anybody else that's not in my downline, okay? Oh, well, let me show you the cards real quick. So this is one of the cards, okay? Then here is another, this designer series paper. Oh my gosh, it's all just gorgeous. And check this one out too. More beautiful designer series paper on this one. And then one more fun one right there, okay? So those are the 4 cards that you would make. RSVPs for this class are also due by next Friday, February 23. And then expected shipping date of all of the class to go kits. I do it all kind of prepping everything all at once. So orders are kind of coming in over the next week or have been coming in over the last week or 2. So once I get everybody's orders in, then I put all of the orders in, get the stamp sets and the framelits, and do all the die cutting and embossing and put all the kits together. Expected shipping date is March 7 for those kits. And I'll provide the link for that as well if anybody's interested in that class to go. And each month I'm doing a new class to go. Oh, but that's what I wanted to tell you guys about. So I have people that have started. There's that sun with the glare. Oh my gosh. So it's been really cloudy here and I didn't even really worry about it. Okay, I think it's gonna go away in a sec. That's good though. It's nice to see the sun, isn't it? It's kind of, this is why we stamp, at least here in Michigan, because we have these cloudy, gloomy days where you don't want to look outside because it doesn't do anything to brighten your spirits. But then you play and you make these beautiful cards and you say, oh, life is good because I'm happy playing with all my stuff, right? So back to the club. So if you're interested, there's the Class to Go Club, which basically means that you're going to do one of these Class to Go kits every single month for the next 12 months. You get to pick that free Sale-a-Bration item. You get at least $30 in host benefits, free stuff. You can pick anything you want, including the host stamp sets in the back of the catalogs. And then I always send you cute treats and stuff too. So let me know if you're interested in that Class to Go Club as well. Okay, scooting that stuff out of the way. Let's see. I gotta check my notes. So here's my little hand while I'm checking my notes to make sure I told you guys about everything. Oh, okay, so the next thing I want to show you guys, I have, these are the last of my swap cards. I know you guys have, I've been telling you about all the swaps that I participate in, and now they're kind of winding down. So I don't know what I'm going to show you guys next week, but I know I'll find some fun stuff. But in the meantime, I have my last round of swaps to share with you guys. So this card actually is not a swap. This card is from Karen Birch. She just sent me this card. Hi, Wendy. How are you? Hello, hello. She just sent me this card in the mail because, so she's one of my downline, one of our Inkspired stampers, and she's really trying to kind of kickstart her business. So she made these really cute Sale-a-Bration cards with that Party Panda stamp set. And then this is more that Bubbles and Fizz Designer Series paper. And then that cute little bow in our Bermuda Bay shimmer ribbon. That's another Sale-a-Bration item. So she's sending these cards out to everyone that she met at craft fairs that she did last fall, telling them about a class that she's going to start doing. And I think she's going to have a booth at their, is it the Maple Syrup Festival? So anyway, she just got a bunch of things that are coming up. So she wanted me to see this card too, to kind of, I've been really encouraging her to get out there and share what she loves, in the stamping, and tell people what she's up to and invite them to join her. So she sent me this card with all of her information in it too, which was really cute. So she's doing a good job. I'm very proud of her, and I thought this card was so cute I had to share it with you guys. Okay, then I'm going to grab the Occasions catalog here because I want to flip so you can see. So the next card features a bunch of product from the Picture Perfect Party Suite. You may remember that I did a Class to Go last month in January featuring this suite. So the Class to Go has concluded, that's not available, but the tutorial, the PDF tutorial, is always available. So you can always find that link on the YouTube video with the Picture Perfect Party Class to Go. So if you're ever interested in that, or just email me and I can send you the link to get the PDF. So like I said, that's always available. So I want you to know that if you ever miss, like say that Cake Soiree class I was just showing you, that Class to Go, if you miss it, the live, or I guess the Class to Go with the make and takes, you can always get the PDF tutorial later. Hi, Sean, how are you? Okay, so back to my swaps. This one, because it uses a bunch of product, like I said, the Picture Perfect Party. It's got the Picture Perfect Party Designer Series paper right here. Some of the, is that ribbon on here? I thought it was. Why am I not seeing it now? That's crazy. Well, I really thought it was part of this suite. This awesome ribbon, the Berry Burst Metallic Edge ribbon, and then more of the Designer Series paper with those real kind of photographic images, and then that cute Celebrate the Good Stuff. And this was a card that was made by Kelly Atchison. Oh, you're welcome, Karen. Okay, and then let me flip another couple pages. The Sweet Soiree Suite. So this is the suite of products that I'm using on the current Class to Go kit that I'm offering. And then check out this card. So, and I did use this stamp, but I love how she colored. Can you see all the detail. I'm sure she used, well, maybe she used like a watercolor pencil or something inside there, but I love all the detail, a bunch of the stitched shaped circle framelits, and then that embossing folder that I've barely used. It kind of looks like waves or ruffles, but isn't that so pretty? And I love that color palette too, probably all driven based off of that little piece of designer series paper that she pulled the Calypso coral and the white with the accents of black in there. So isn't that beautiful? This one is, let's see, she says Stamping Enchantment, Kimberly Schaefer. So beautiful. I love that. And just kind of a different look than the colors that I went with actually on my class to go. And now I kind of wish I had used more of the Calypso coral because I really like that card as well. Okay, now, I think I wrote the page number on the back here because I have to flip quite a ways. Ooh, look at that. Like I had it tabbed and I didn't. So do you guys see this cute bird banter stamp set? And this is one that I have not really paid too much attention to. So I'm going to show you guys too, because maybe it's not something that you have noticed. But let's look at the sentiments in here. So all these cute birds, right? And then this says, you're the kind of friend I'd share my branch with. That's cute. Still suspiciously, I can't say that. Still suspiciously young looking, I see. Well, that would be a nice sentiment to receive on a card from someone, right? Just a little toucan of my appreciation. That's very cute, huh? And then a thank you, a happy birthday. Oh, here, let's see. Obviously, it wasn't an early bird. Or obviously, it wasn't. Let me see. Maybe I have to read them from top. A little birdie told me it was your birthday. Obviously, it wasn't an early bird. Oh, I see. So those kind of go together. I should have been reading from the top down, and I was not. Okay, those make more sense now, right? So a little birdie told me it was your birthday. Obviously, it wasn't an early bird. So that's if you have like a belated, you could pop that on the inside of the card too. But, oh, that's awesome. Okay, so let me show you the swap that I received with this stamp set, because isn't this cute? Here it says, you're the kind of friend I'd share my branch with. Oh, how sweet is that, right? And they did some stamping. This is that Petal Passion Designer Series paper. And they did some coloring here also. And who made this one? Oops, I can get rid of my little sticky. Oh, Tammy Ackerson. I know Tammy. We spent lots of time together in Thailand, actually. She and her sister went on that trip together. Got to know them both really well. So very cute card. I like that one. And like I said, a stamp set that hasn't really caught my eye. So now you see it and you think, oh, all the fun possibilities of the coloring you can do with that stamp set, and then the cute sentiments in there as well. Okay, so now the last set of projects all feature. So this was definitely a hot item, I would say, or a hot suite of products, because I received 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 swap cards here to show you. So I want to show you this suite of products first, the Petal Passion Suite. We've got the Petal Palette stamp set, beautiful stamp set. And then can you see how these images are all kind of grayed out? That means that there is a set of framelits that cut all of these grayed out images, or sometimes it'll tell you. So this one says it coordinates with the Petals and More Thinlits on page 23, which happens to be the same page. In the annual catalog, all those Thinlits and framelits for the most part are in the very back of the catalog, but it's very handy to have that page reference, I think, to tell you where to look for the coordinating framelits and things. Okay, what else is in this suite? There's a Petal Pair Textured Impressions embossing folder. I'll have to see if anybody used those. Those are 2 kind of long, skinny embossing folders. The Petal Passion Designer Series paper, this black and white paper that has been super popular. The Whisper White Organza ribbon that you can see kind of tied on that flower right there. And then these Petal Passion embellishments. There are little flowers and leaves, metal ones that you can add to your projects too. So let me show you. This is the first swap that I received. So it's simple, but it's beautiful. I think with that extra shimmer ribbon that she added, so it's got the little birdie and the branch and the thank you. We've got that Petal Passion Designer Series paper. And then this is a shimmer ribbon that's in the annual catalog. This looks like, it's either Pear Pizzazz or Old Olive is what it's going to be called in the catalog, and I can't remember for sure. But it's just, oh, it's just beautiful. And then, I mean, just a really nice, simple color palette too. But I love that card. And that is from Kelly Gracie, was the gal who made that swap card. So birds are popular right now. Here's another one. Oh my goodness, isn't this beautiful? And I loved, this really caught my eye. Can you see kind of the little scallopy detail there? So that is, you're probably, I don't know if you're going to be able to see if I lift this up, but I hadn't even really realized that is, so these are all the framelits. I'm going to get as close as I can so you can see these. But that framelit right there is what she used. Yes, Karen says, Petal Passion is one of my favorites. I agree. It is gorgeous. But really just lots of pretty details. She also used that little framelit right there that was the bird to cut out her stamped image, birdie, right there. And then more of the Petal Passion Designer Series paper. There's that nice banner in there too, which I saw on another card. So it's a really nice size, I guess I would say, to put sentiments on. And then did some more stamping. So another simple, beautiful card. And that one was designed by Jen Pita. Okay, let's see, moving right along, more of that beautiful ribbon, the Berry Burst Metallic Edge ribbon. There's that framelit that I was talking about again. So she put a couple of black rhinestones on either side there with the best wishes. And then here's this stamp from this right here. And then I bet she just did kind of a watercolor wash with her, I would bet, and I'm drawing a blank, what did she use? Not her blender pen, but her aqua painter. Just got a little bit of ink with some water and just kind of washed it across the back and then stamped that on there later. But isn't that? They're all so beautiful. And that is from Karen Braxton. That was her swap card. Okay. Couple more to show you guys, because do you see so many different looks to this designer, well, or to this suite of products using the Designer Series paper and the stamp set and so on. So this one uses the stamping again along with that cute birdie, and then here's another framelit that looks like that guy right there. So she must have colored that stamp with her markers, because she's got the Pear Pizzazz right there, and then it looks like maybe a Blushing Bride right there to color both of those in with two different colors on one stamp, which is very cool. And then this is a nice sentiment, right? Life is so much better with you in it. And then she used one of the oval stitch shaped framelits there. And then this is some Blushing Bride. It's like a stitched ribbon that's in our annual catalog, and more of that Petal Passion Designer Series paper. Okay, and then the last one, and this, and I haven't seen this used too much yet, but this is our Silver Baker's Twine that is back in, I think it's actually in the Cake Soiree suite of products, the Sweet Soiree, I guess, that I'm using on my class to go. You'll find that back earlier on in the catalog. But then she used some of the Designer Series paper, that awesome tag. I'm going to have to use that. I'm seeing that on a number of different projects here, right? And then this one, she did some nice coloring on that stamp too, right? This stamp right here, she stamped it in black and then colored it in with, it looks like maybe a Pear Pizzazz, a Calypso Coral, and a Blushing Bride ink. And this swap was made by Kay Cogbell. So beautiful. They're all, these ladies just always outdo themselves in these swaps. So I love to receive these and I love to share them. And now I'm sad because I think I've shown you all my swap cards. But like I said, I'll find something else to show you guys next week. I am not worried about that. So let's get the swap scooted out of the way. And, oh, okay, one more thing I want to show you guys is, I'm going to see if I can find this stamp set. Oh, good. Okay. So this Beautiful Day stamp set, I did, so there's a YouTube video on a card that I made using this butterfly, and then we're also actually making this card I'm going to show you right now. We're making this card down at the Simple Beautiful card class this month, so this afternoon. So if you don't have anything to do at 1 o'clock in about 30 minutes, come on down to the stamp studio and make this cute card. I'll show you just how to do it. If you can't make it though, then watch the YouTube video at Gathering Inkspiration. That's all you have to look up on YouTube and you'll find this video. So it's really hard in this light. I can see the shimmeriness of this butterfly, but I used my new Stampin' Blends markers that I think are another couple of pages. Yes. So right here, our new Stampin' Blends markers, and I used, it's a little bit hard to see right here, but I used Rich Razzleberry and Calypso Coral. I used the combo pack that come in light and dark markers in both Calypso Coral and Rich Razzleberry to kind of create this. It almost looks a little like stained glass or something, I think, but it is beautiful. And I was really intimidated with these blends markers, and then I watched a couple of videos that Stampin' Up! Made, and I just kind of started playing with them and kind of followed kind of the step-by-step of how others had done their coloring. And it was amazing how really easy and forgiving these Stampin' Blends markers are to work with. So try them out. You will love them. Watch the video and you know exactly how to color or, you know, get this effect on your card too. Okay. All right, let's see. Oh, just for kicks, I want to show you here. This is one. I have all of the blends markers. Some of them are down at the studio. So I put them in. These are the wood stamp cases. They're, you know, they don't have a label on them because you can just buy these. They're in the very back of the annual catalog, I'm pretty sure. Or you could look in the index and find them if you just find the clear stamp cases. But these are the wood mount cases so that they're a little bit bigger. And then they just fall all over the place. So you can see how they just fit in here nicely. So I've got my light and dark shades of the, I think that's Pink Pirouette. Here's the Bermuda Bay, light and dark, and so on. Okay, so I just wanted you to see these. I have 2 of these boxes, and then I have the other half of the markers in my other box. So that's kind of an easy way to store these things too. Okay, so now, are you guys ready to do some stamping? I have a couple of projects that I want to show you guys. Okay, too much stuff on the table as usual. You know what I'm going to do while I'm getting myself organized? This is the info about ordering online so that I don't forget that. Let me get my grid paper too. So this is the deal. This month, oh, and I don't have the stamp set, that's down at the studio. So not this month, but this week, I am going to be giving away, and I'm going to show you this in just a moment, the Amazing You stamp set. So this is another one of our Sale-a-Bration items. If you don't win it, if you put in a $50 order, you can get this stamp set for free. But I'm going to show you a project that we're making today at the stamp studio. So I'm going to have to speed this up, aren't I? Because I got to show you 2 projects and get down to the stamp studio at 1 o'clock. It's a good thing Alma is a small town and the studio is not far away. But so put your order in. If you put in that minimum $30 order by next Wednesday at midnight, you will receive the 2 projects that I'm going to demonstrate next, and your name goes in the drawing to win the Amazing You stamp set. Okay? If you're so inclined to bump your order up to $50, I always give you a free embellishment with a $50 online order, and then right now, because it's Sale-a-Bration, you can pick a Sale-a-Bration choice as well. This is the host code that you want to use to get all of this stuff, because if you don't use the host code, then you don't earn all of these freebie things, okay? So make sure this is the host code, CH6SW4MQ. So make sure you use that host code when you shop online. And what's my website? I'm going to show you that too. Right here, it's at amysuzanne.stampinup.net. That's how you shop online. But I will tell you, my blog at gatheringinkspiration.com has links to every single thing I ever talk about. So if you don't know where to go to my blog. You can find a link to shop online. You can find the host code on there. You can find Facebook Live videos. You can find YouTube. You can find Pinterest. You can find Facebook. You can find everything you ever needed to know on my blog at gatheringinkspiration.com. Okay? So if you're ever not sure, go there first. Okay? And, all right, let's see. So, I don't like it when things are all askew, right? So I got to make sure my paper, because once I'm standing up right now and I think I'm going to sit down and I want to make sure you guys can see everything. So I think that's good, right? Okay, so here is the first project we are going to make, and it features the Amazing You stamp set that we're going to be drawing for. Okay, can you see it's got those beautiful flowers right there? And then we're using the Simply stamp that's in there, and then the Amazing and You actually come from the Celebrate You Thinlits that are also a free item. Now these you get with a $100 order during Sale-a-Bration. So those you have to put in a little bit bigger order. This is the first time they've done that, free with a $100 order, but you can get those Celebrate You Thinlits as well. Okay, and you know what I realized? Yeah, let's see. I need to go get my scrub pad real quick, because can you see I'm using the same stamp in 3 different colors of ink, and I have that down at the studio set out, but not here at home. So let me run and grab my scrub pad real quick, because I'm going to want to clean those off between my stamping. So give me 1 sec. Okay, here I come. Let's get to this. All right, so here's my scrub pad. I'm going to keep this right over here. I'm going to spray that up so it's all ready to go. Okay, got all my parts and pieces here. My ribbon. Oh, I didn't forget the stamp set. Here it is. This is how it looks in clear mount stamps, right? So I did have it the whole time. I thought maybe I didn't, but this is what your name goes in the drawing to win this week if you put in that online order, okay? All right, let's do our stamping first. Trying to get everything set out here. I liked to use my Berry Burst ink first. Oh, let me back up. You know me, I always got to show you the dimensions. Okay, so starting with the card base, an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, right? We're going to cut it in half along the long way here at 4 1/4, and then we're going to score it in half at 5 1/2 to make that nice crisp fold, okay? The other pieces that you need in terms of exact measurements are a piece of powder pink cardstock that measures 4 3/4 by 4 1/4, and then a piece of Whisper White cardstock that measures 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so this is the one we're going to do our stamping on now. I'll get these guys out of the way. Okay, I'm going to start with my Berry Burst ink first. Oh, and I've even got my little note. Please clean the stamp after each use. So I have to make sure to take that back down to the studio. Okay, let me get this inked up. We're doing our nice, easy tap, tap, tap. I'm going to put that guy right about there. And then I'm going to do one more down in this corner, right about there. Okay, now this is when I need to clean my stamp because I don't want to get that really bright ink in any of the other colors, right? Because they're all lighter. Okay, hopefully this is probably shaking a little bit. I apologize. Okay, so this is my scrub pad. I sprayed my mist on the wet side. Now I'm just going to dry it on the dry side. And then I always, because I don't clean my scrub pad as much as I need to, there's usually a little bit of ink, so I just kind of keep doing this until it stamps with no kind of outline or whatever. I don't know, whatever you want to call that. I'm drawing a blank on what you call that. Okay, now I've got my shoot. I don't want basic gray. I'm using that for the Simply. Okay, we're going to use Smoky Slate. So hold on. Let me clean this off real quick. Scrub this again. Oops. There we go. Okay. I'm going to stamp that. Now, with my Smoky Slate ink, okay, I'm going to ink this one up, and I want this one going this way this time, it looks like. So I've got one there, and then I'm going to have another one down there. Okay. And then I want my powder pink ink, which is this guy right here. So again, I'm going to clean this off because I definitely don't want to get any gray ink and that really pale powder pink, right? That would not be good. Okay, we got that clean. I think we're good with that. I'm going to kind of get the shadows. That's what I was thinking of, the shadows. I want to get the shadows off of there. Okay, so tap, tap, tap. I'm going to put that right about there. Okay, now we are going to build on what we've started here. I'm actually going to stamp, and this took me a couple times to get it's stamped the way I want it. So this is the stamp that says R Simply. Let me get that lined up a little bit better. But I just want the Simply, but I'm going to cut it. So I'm inking the whole thing up. My head's probably in here. I apologize because I'm trying to... Hey, that looks pretty good. It took me the whole length of this to get it kind of so it wasn't cockeyed, but I'm happy with that one. I'm not going to cut it yet, so that's that little piece right there, but I'm going to cut it later because I'm afraid if I cut it right now, I'll never find it when I go to put everything together. All right, now we are going to do our die cutting, and then we can actually put our card together. Ooh, there's that sun peeking out. Okay, it's beautiful. Who's here? Hi, Nikki. How are you? I see. I missed you coming on there. Okay, so I've got my Big Shot. I'm gonna crank this back here. I've got the magnetic platform. We're gonna cut out our U on a little strip of Berry Burst cardstock, and then I've got some of my glimmer, my silver glimmer paper that we are gonna cut the Amazing out with. And bear with me, this is going to wiggle because I want to get this cranked back and forth a couple of times because I think it's helpful if you go back and forth. Sorry. Look away for a sec while I'm doing this, okay? Because if I move my hand up to hold on to the phone, then the Big Shot wiggles all over. So I need a third hand every once in a while. Okay, let's see how these do. Gonna pop this guy out. Good, there's the U, okay. And all right, I'm tossing my framelits right back in because I got to take all this stuff back down to the studio. Oh good, that worked really well too. So that pretty much everything is out of there. So I'm going to put that back. And then this should just kind of pop right out of my glimmer paper. Awesome. Okay, scooting those guys out of the way too. So there's that. We might have to pop one little bit out of there. All right, I'll get that in a sec. Okay, we're going to move the Big Shot out of the way. And now we can put our card together. Let me get all my scissors and adhesive. Okay. Oh, this card is so pretty. This is just that stamp. I have not really gotten to play with it as much as I would like. But isn't that the case with everything, right? There are just too many cute things and not enough time to play. Am I going to get that? Well, if I had, there we go. I forgot my paper piercing tool, so that's not helping us. Okay, but I think we're good. Alrighty, let's put our card together. So I'm gonna put some adhesive on the back of my powder pink. And can you see, this is a little bit of a different layering for me. I should mention this was a card that was demonstrated live at our on-stage event that I went to out in Salt Lake City back in November. And I took pictures of them demonstrating it, and I took pictures on like the display boards later from everything that was demonstrated up on stage. And I just loved, because they kind of showed it 3 different ways. This was like the stepped up version using all of the stamps and the ribbon and the framelits and everything. So they just kind of off-centered it a little bit, or a little crooked or cockeyed, I guess. But really kind of just a different layering for me anyway. Let's see what we're gonna do next. We are gonna cut the Simply. So all we're doing is just kind of snipping it. I wanna get that R out of there, okay? And I want to even that up. I feel like I cut that a little bit of an angle. So there's that guy. We're going to put a dimensional behind him. Okay, so there's that. And, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I forgot a few things, apparently. I was tired last night after that last basketball game. It was later and away out of town, so I came back to get everything ready, and obviously I forgot a few things. So normally I would have my silicone craft sheet, but honestly the back of the dimensionals are kind of the same type of surface, so that I can run my adhesive, my snail, on the back of this. I really appreciate the fine tip glue pen, but I'm not very patient. That takes way too long to get the adhesive where I want it. So if you put it on the back of something that's not sticky, like the back of your dimensionals, or on your silicone craft sheet, if you remember to bring that over to your video table when you're taping. But otherwise, the cool thing is the adhesive only stuck to the back and not on here or anywhere else. So it's a really easy way to add adhesive. And then I'm going to put my Simply right about there. And then my U. And what's the other thing that I forgot? Well, I forgot my mini dimensionals. God darn it. So we're just going to use a couple of little edges because I really don't like when these show. Let's see if I can find a place to put them. Maybe one, I want one dimensional right about there. I think that's going to work. And then maybe another one right there. Ooh, I think that's going to be good. Good enough. Anyway, so use your mini dimensionals because they fit perfectly in there. You guys are going to get the idea, right? Okay, so Simply Amazing You. Isn't that cute? Now we have a couple of other things to add to this. We, first of all, just used a little strip of, this is the silver. I want to show you guys this. This is the silver shimmer ribbon that's part of that combo pack. Is that glare really bad? Oh, come on, son. All right, I'm scooting the table. I think it's too bright. I want you guys to be able to see this stuff, right? So we're gonna try to scoot. Are we ever not gonna be in the sun? There. I think we did it. No glare, right? Okay, now we're back. All right, so what was I showing you? Oh, the ribbon, that's right. Now can you see the ribbon a little bit better? So this is the basic gray shimmer ribbon that is one of those, that's the shimmer ribbon combo pack in the Sale-a-Bration brochure, free with a $50 order. Okay, so we're just cutting a little bit of that guy. I'm gonna add some adhesive right there. And, oh, let's see, I don't like how that got cut. Too much of an angle for me. There. Okay, so we're just gonna add this right there, and if I need some more, yep, I think I need a little bit more adhesive to lay that guy down. Okay, so just a little flag of adhesive or of ribbon there, just to add a little something to it. And then this is the Whisper White Baker's Twine. We're just gonna make a bow. Okay, so don't forget, if you put that online order of at least $30 in, you're gonna get this project and then the next project that I'm going to demonstrate. You're going to get both of them in your thank you package. Okay, a little bit more adhesive right there. You may want to use a glue dot. Sometimes I find that adhesive works just as well because the glue dots are almost too big for this really thin baker's twine. Okay, so the last step is to add, I've got my little tub here. Okay, so sorry ladies, yeah, I have my pearls, but not my rhinestones. Can you see the last step? This would be easy to just do later, right? So I put 3 little rhinestones, and I will complete this one if I send you, hi Rosa, I will make sure those rhinestones end up on this card. It's just as pretty, just not quite as sparkly. Just add a couple little more rhinestones. So instead of running back to my craft room to get those, they're not far away, but you guys get the idea. Just add a couple of rhinestones to that card. So that's the first card, again featuring that Amazing You stamp set that you could win if you put in an online order by next Wednesday. Okay, all right, bear with me one sec because I have to keep this stuff somewhat organized to take back down to the studio. So let me just try to put everything back in this tub so that it's ready to go, because I think I'm literally going to be running out the door after this video to get down to class. Okay, let's see. All right, are we pretty well centered? I hope. Okay, get all my stuff out of the way. Okay, last card. So this is the other project I want to show you guys. This one also features that Cake Soiree. So the Sweet Soiree Designer Series paper and the Cake Soiree stamp set that is all part of the Sweet Soiree Designer or Sweet Soiree suite of products. And then here's one of the little framelits that cuts this flower and then that leaf out. But this paper, oh my gosh, you're going to want to get that class to go just to get samples of that paper because it is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, So this one is fairly simple. I'm going to get all my pieces out here so I don't lose anything. Okay. Oh, and then I've got my two little baby framelits here I need to keep track of. All right, I think we are good. So let's see. We're going to do our stamping. Yep, as usual. Let me tell you dimensions. Okay. So again, our 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. Oops, I knew that wasn't going to work as I was putting it down there, right? Okay, so this one we cut in half at 5.5 inches, right? And then we scored it in half at 4.25 inches. Oops, there we go. Okay, put that right up there so I see what I'm doing. We can assemble a little bit. Nah, we're not going to do that. I'm going to tell you dimensions though. So this Whisper White piece, you need 4.5 by 3.5, okay? Then you've got an Old Olive piece that measures 4.25 by 1 3/8 inch, because you're trying to fit all of these on here, so you need pretty exact measurements, okay? The other Old Olive piece on the other side also measures 4.25, but this one is 3/4 of an inch wide, okay? And then the little strip of Designer Series paper measures 4.25 by 1 inches. So can you see those are all going to fit right on there? When I adhere them, it'll look even better. But those are your measurements there. Then this piece that we're going to do our stamping of our sentiment on measures 4.5 by 1 inches. Okay, I'm going to actually punch it right now with my triple banner punch, so I know where to put my sentiment. Because if I were to stamp and then punch this, I'd probably stamp too far over and then I'd punch some of my sentiment off when I went to do that. Okay, so we'll get that little bit out of the way. And we're going to do our stamping. This is, what's the ink color? Flirty Flamingo ink. That we're going to do this stamping that says, "May your day be as wonderful as you. Happy birthday." So we're going to, let's see. Again, my head's probably in there. Okay, there we go. We got our sentiment. The other thing, actually, we need our powder pink ink. We're going to stamp our flower. Okay. Going to stamp him right there. And, oh, while we're at it, let's finish her off. We're going to use my little sponge dauber here with my label that says Flirty Flamingo ink, so I can use it again later. So my little sponge dauber, okay, I'm just going to dab a little bit of ink on my dauber and then dab it on my flower. Okay, so we're just kind of coloring this in a little bit, and it's okay if you go outside the lines. We're going to use our framelit that coordinates to cut that out. Okay, so it just adds a little bit of color, a little bit more faint than the stamp itself, right? So that we've got, you can still see the stamping on there too. Okay, so let's do our die cutting. We need this, and then actually I've got a super long strip of garden, or not garden green, Old Olive cardstock that we need to cut. So we're going to cut our little leaf and our flower with our framelits now, okay? So actually I better scoot those out of the way. Grab my Big Shot again, okay? I'm going to put this guy right here. And then we're going to put this one on. And this is one of those that you kind of have to spin it around until, I thought that was it, until you get it. Because it's a little, let's see. I feel like that should have been it. Maybe I didn't look at it close enough. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so that one goes right there, and then this one we don't have to futz with at all. Just put that on, make sure it's on the paper. I did cut that pretty small though, didn't I? I didn't want that huge strip hanging off the edge though, because I think that's kind of a pain. Okay, so we're just cranking those. Those are all part of, I did bring those, because they don't do it justice, that teeny tiny little flower, the Sweet Cake framelits. Can you see all of the other beautiful detail that those Sweet Cake framelits, it'll cut out the cake, a bunch of flowers and leaves, a cake stand, and a cute tag, and some other leaves and things. So we're just using those two really simple pieces that are part of that framelit set, okay? So we're popping these guys out. All right, we're gonna scoot this Big Shot out of the way. All right, let's put our card together in like speedy time, because I just looked at the clock. But the back door is open, and everybody knows me pretty well. So a lot of times people aren't there right at 1 o'clock anyway. So, and if they are, everything's out and they can get started on the other cards. Okay, so here we are assembling. So this piece goes right here. Okay, then we're going to put our little strip of designer series paper on next. And then last is our other piece of old olive. I should have, so trick, something to note. I'm glad I didn't push these down too hard. Do the outer pieces first, and then you can center this kind of in the middle of the room that you have left. That looks better. Okay. Now we're going to put our adhesive, oops, that's kind of being fussy, on the back of here and put this on our card base. Okay. Put that right on there. We need some dimensionals behind our sentiment. So we're going to put a couple of these right back there. Okay. Going to peel these guys off and pop. Oops. That didn't work very well, did it? Pop that on our card. Maybe right about there. Okay. I want another dimensional on the back of my flower, and I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on this leaf guy. So I'm going to put my leaf right there. My flower is going to go right about there. Isn't that pretty with the little sponge daubering on it? And then the last little bit, I have been loving our baker's twine. This is a flirty flamingo in white, kind of striped baker's twine. So I'm going to make another little bow with this. My fingers are going to be fumbly now, of course. Okay. Make a little bow. It's all twisted up because when you pull kind of too hard or too quickly, tends to kind of get rolled up there. I want that a little bit smaller still. Okay. And then if I can scoot that over, I want that over a little bit more. There. So now I can see my leaf a little bit more, and put my adhesive and then pop our bow on. Okay, there. You guys get the idea, right? So gorgeous cards. You will get this card, and where's the other one's already gone away, right? So you're going to get both of these. You're going to get one of each of these cards if you put that online order in, minimum $30 order by next Wednesday at midnight. And then you're also going to get your name in the drawing to win the Amazing You stamp set. Okay, so make sure you do that if you're so inclined. I love these projects. I love to get them sent out to you. Make sure you use the host code. If you bump your order up to $50, I always and forever send you a free embellishment. And right now you get that Sale-a-Bration choice too. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you all were inspired today. Oh, thanks, Sherilyn. I really appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed these cards. And let me know if you or anybody else has any questions. And I am running down to the stamp studio now. So thank you so much. Goodbye and have a wonderful Friday and rest of your weekend. Bye, ladies.